Hello everyone, welcome to the Cinematic Spellbook channel. If you're looking for an awesome list of action movies, you've come to the right place. Number 8, Sunray, Fallen Soldier.
Where is she?
A former Navy soldier named Andrew is now living a normal life after years of war and conflict. Just an ordinary life filled with war memories, until everything falls apart when his daughter dies from drug use. With nothing left to lose, Andrew decides to take matters into his own hands and seek revenge. Using the same military skills he learned on the battlefield, he starts hunting down a drug cartel responsible for his daughter's death. He even uses simple tools like a nail gun, making the action scenes intense and brutal. But Andrew isn't alone. His old war buddies, who are also struggling with life after combat, join him in taking on the dangerous mafia. The movie is packed with fight scenes, car chases, and non-stop adrenaline. Number 7, Warhorse One. This is an intense war action movie set during the final days of the US presence in Afghanistan. The story kicks off when a group of soldiers is sent to rescue a few missionaries, but their helicopter gets shot down, crashing into enemy territory. Only one survives, a tough soldier named Richard. Now Richard has a strange new mission. He has to escort a little girl named Zoe through dangerous zones and get her to safety. But it's anything but easy. The Taliban are everywhere, and trouble keeps coming his way. Along this perilous journey, a father-daughter bond starts to form between the hardened soldier and the little girl. All in all, if you're looking for an action-packed, emotional thrill ride, this movie is definitely worth your time. Number 6, The Three Musketeers, D'Artagnan. This movie tells the story of a headstrong young man named D'Artagnan, who leaves his village and heads to Paris with one dream, to become a royal musketeer. On his way, he tries to stop a kidnapping but ends up getting shot and injured. After a tough journey, he finally makes it to Paris and accidentally crosses paths with three legendary musketeers. At first, they clash, but eventually, they become close friends. Meanwhile, D'Artagnan falls in love with a girl named Constance, who happens to be the Queen's maid. But things don't go smoothly. A mysterious and dangerous woman working for a powerful cardinal has her own plans, bringing a lot of trouble for D'Artagnan and his friends. The story is packed with adventure, sword fights, betrayal, and conspiracy, making it an exciting and thrilling ride. Number 5, The Channel.
These guys are gunfighters.
This movie tells the story of two brothers, Jimmy and Mike. Both of them are former Navy men, but life hasn't been kind to them lately. Struggling with financial problems, they decide to rob a bank. But, as usual, things don't go as planned. The robbery turns into a violent shootout with the police, leaving several officers dead. The two brothers are forced to go on the run, hiding from both the police and the feds. During this intense escape, they have to face not only their enemies but also their own inner demons. Jimmy is someone who just wants a normal life, while Mike seems to enjoy the chaos and violence, unable to walk away from it. Number 4, Xtreme. This is a Spanish action film that tells the story of a retired hitman named Max. 2 years after his father and son are murdered by his half-brother Lucero, Max decides it's time for revenge. After killing their father, Lucero becomes the head of a dangerous gang and plans to eliminate anyone who stands in his way, including Max. But Max survives the assassination attempt and starts planning to take Lucero down. Along the way, he's joined by his half-sister Maria and a teenage boy named Leo, and together they stand up against the ruthless gang. The movie is packed with intense action scenes, brutal fights, and a gripping story of family revenge. Number 3, Freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't move, this is a hold-up! Stay calm and no harm will come to you if you do as I say.
This film tells the thrilling true story of a stylish and classy French thief named Bruno Soulic, who rose to fame in the 1980s. Bruno was a former soldier who turned to a life of crime, but not just any crime. He pulled off heists at supermarkets and jewelry stores with charm and politeness, never using a hint of violence. That's why people nicknamed him the real-life Arsène Lupin. Bruno wasn't alone. he always planned his moves with his old friend Drago and the love of his life, Annie. And every time he got caught, he pulled off daring prison escapes, just like in the movies, always trying to make his way back to Annie. His escapes became legendary. So if you're looking for a classy and romantic heist story, don't miss this film. Number 2, Colt 45.
Go.
This film tells the story of a young and skilled cop named Vincent. He's a calm guy, an expert in shooting and handling weapons, but he's not into risky operations like most other officers. Everything is going fine, until he meets a mysterious and intense cop named Milo. From that point on, Vincent's life turns upside down. Milo slowly pulls him into a dark world filled with violence and corruption. Soon, Vincent finds himself caught between two powerful police bosses, each fighting for their own interests. Now, Vincent has to choose whether to stay loyal and try to save himself, or get involved in a dirty game just to survive. The film has a dark, tense atmosphere, and the shootout scenes are gritty, intense, and incredibly realistic. Number 1, Northmen, a Viking saga. This film follows a group of fierce Viking warriors who get stranded on the coast of Scotland after a brutal storm destroys their ship. Now trapped in enemy territory with no way back, things quickly take a turn for the worse when they realize a ruthless local lord has sent his forces to hunt them down. To survive, the Vikings must battle not only the harsh wilderness but also relentless enemies who are always on their trail. Along the way, they encounter a captured noblewoman and decide to help her, a choice that only makes their situation more dangerous. Now, they not only have to stay alive but also protect the girl. The film is packed with intense action scenes, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and a raw fight for survival in the unforgiving wild. Well, friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.